Question 42 is asking about IAS 38 intangible assets. IAS 38 deals with a wide range of intangible assets, including things like goodwill, patents and also research and development. In this case, they're asking us from these 6 scenarios to identify which 3 are reflecting the correct accounting treatment. So the first is picking up on the topic of R&D and says that research should be expensed to the statement of profit or loss, which is correct. Research costs are always written off as an expense as they are purely speculative with no expectation or realistic expectation of future economic benefits. The second states that all types of goodwill could be capitalised, which is incorrect. Remember that internally generated goodwill is never recognised in our SFP. We would only ever recognise purchased goodwill. The third one looks at capitalised development costs and says capitalised development costs that no longer meet the criteria must be written off. So in terms of our development costs, remember that there is a whole series of criteria for us to meet. If we meet those, we capitalise and recognise an asset. If there are any of those that we fail to meet, we write the expenditure off as an expense to the statement of profit or loss. So this one is correct. If at any point we realise that we no longer meet those criteria, we should write off any capitalised development costs. The third one says, again, capitalised development costs are amortised from the date the asset is available to use or sell. And again, that is correct. As soon as we have an asset from which we expect to realise economic benefit, either through use ourselves or through resale, that's the point at which we would start amortising to try and match the expense with those benefits. So we appear to have our 3 answers, but let's just check the final 2. Research costs written off can be recapitalised where the developed asset becomes technically feasible. Technical feasibility is one of the criteria for us to actually capitalise our costs, but anything that we've already written off, we would not be allowed to subsequently capitalise. Research costs, the very first stages of these projects, are always recognised as expenses. And then the final one, only purchased intangibles can be capitalised. Again, that's not true. R&D is a specific example where we may be internally generating but still recognising an asset.